If you could change anything in your life today, what would it be?
I want to get married.
You want to get married?
Yes.
So what's the very first thing you have to do before you get married?
Plan ahead.
Plan ahead, but the very first thing you have to do?
Make arrangements.
You have to propose.
Propose?
You have to propose.
I'm gonna do
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it?
I'm
Okay.
gonna down one knee.
You're gonna buy a ring?
Yep. I'm gonna down one knee. I'm gonna say, do you swear to tell the truth? I'm gonna say it right down in there. I'm gonna say, do you? I said, do you marry Mike as your right husband? I'm gonna say, I do. I do declare.
You do declare.
Oh.
So people with intellectual and developmental disabilities have truly been fighting for their civil rights. They haven't always had a choice of where they live, who they live with, where they work, what communities they live in. So the federal government has come in and said agencies, organizations across the country have to provide community-based services to people that we serve. And in doing so, you have to, there are people that have lived lives, you know, differently than the federal government really wants them to. So they're not in the community, they're not doing things that are community-based. And a lot of people that we support came out of institutions and didn't know a better life until they came out. And then the life that they have, you know, was what it was back when, and now they're saying people need to be doing more, they need to be living lives in the community, they can't live with more than 4 people. It has to be, everyone can work is the philosophy behind the country. And what we have done, Gallagher Services has done, has looked at what it is that we can do to transition because of the sites that we have, the homes that we have, the amount of people living in homes. How can we meet this federal rule that's coming down? And more importantly, help the individuals live the lives that they deserve. And to do that, we committed to doing person-centered planning. And with person-centered planning, it's a very simple philosophy. It comes from your heart. And to help people to understand it, and for person-centered planning to be successful, the people that work with the individuals that we support need to buy into that philosophy. And in order to do so, we want them to experience the person-centered planning process themselves. It's the only way you will have the buy-in to realize that they can live the lives that just like you or I. So we committed to doing the MAPS and PATH process. And the reason for doing so is because it's a graphic representation of a person's life. And it also helps an individual to believe that they can obtain that childhood dream that they may have had, reach that North Star, that pie in the sky dream. And then we have people that's a part of the person's team and their circle of supports, and they commit to that person to help them meet those dreams. So there are 2 facilitators. The one facilitator asks the questions. They want to get that big question, which is, if you had one thing to change in your life, what would it be? The other facilitator is the graphic artist, I like to call them. You know, if somebody says they want to get married, you have to instantly think off the top of your head, how do I draw marriage? And how will it be meaningful to the person?
My honeymoon, I want to go to Hawaii. It's not.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I want to take her there. My mom been there before.
Oh yeah?
I never been to Hawaii. I never been there. I want to go because that's my choice to go to Hawaii.
How do you want to get to Hawaii?
Fly on an airplane.
You're going to fly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't scared. No, man, I ain't scared. I've been on an airplane before.
With the PATH process, you start out by talking to the person about their North Star. What is it that they want to reach? And you look more short term with the PATH process. It could be 1 year, it could be 2 years out. And what's interesting about PATH is you actually work backwards instead of starting with today. when you plan. So you start with that North Star, that big, this is what I want. And then you talk about what is the possible and the positives for the future out of that North Star. And then you get everyone to commit to it. And as you know, people in a room have so many resources that you're unaware of until you start talking. And they commit and they decide what it is that they're going to do to help the person meet those goals. And then we talk about what's going to happen in a year, the next 6 months, and then in the next 24 hours. MAPS is where a person may not quite know what it is that they want to do. They may not realize that they know what they want to do. And it involves more family to get the information that we may need to help support that person better. And in order to get there, to get them to where they want to go, you need to know where they came from. So that's when we start with the person's story. And that's where you find out all of these wonderful things that you never knew, and it could be that you were working with the person for 20 years and you had no idea. And that's what the beauty of MAPS is that you find out extremely important things about the person that if you had known 20 years ago, things might have been a little different. So you work towards that, and then you also touch on fears. You don't touch on them long, because families do have reservations when it comes to people meeting their dreams and doing things that maybe there could be risks, and we all have risks. So we want to help the people with reaching their dreams, but still, touching on people's fears and what it is that stands in the way. And then we look at their positives, who they are, what do they contribute to society, to the world. And then that's where we come up with goals to meet that pie in the sky dream. It really focuses on people's wildest dreams, that they can meet those dreams, reach their North Star. And it's done in a graphic way. So every person's dreams, their vision, their future is put on paper in graphics so that they can see what it is. And with that philosophy, people believe that individuals that we support can achieve their dreams and their goals in life, just like you or I.